Have you ever seen the comic that resembles this format? If you were active on sites like Tumblr and LiveJournal during their prime, you're probably familiar with this style of webcomic. But how exactly did this template come to fruition? Well, it all started in 2003 when writer Joey Como and artist Emily Horn published a collaborative effort entitled A Softer World. The Canadian duo produced a story that had an impressive run, being released 3 times a week and finally coming to a close in 2015. The style of their comic was particular and easily digestible, broken up into 3 panels. Oftentimes there were 3 different photos included, provided by Horn, but sometimes it was just one picture that was extended across the entire spread. White boxes with typewriter-style text were placed over the photographs and told a short story of sorts. And regarding the actual content of the comics, it was usually rather dark and cynical, with stories ranging from melancholy and relatable to just straight-up disturbing. The comic covered a wide range of scenarios. Some are even meant to get a chuckle out of the reader, but usually these punchlines involve dark humor. Though this comic was released in 2003, Tumblr didn't really start seeing it and taking off until the early 2010s. I think I created my Tumblr in 2011, and boy did I spend a lot of time on there. Between 2011 and 2012, A Softer World's comic format was showing up left and right across my Tumblr dashboard. However, the comics I was reading weren't the original works that were posted to A Softer World's website, but rather what fans deemed as remixes. You see, it was quite popular around this time to take images from your favorite fandom, be that Doctor Who, Sherlock, Twilight, and stick them into this 3-panel composition. Smack on some angsty, aesthetic text, and you've got yourself a post that I absolutely would have reblogged back in the day. Some people would take the original text from past A Softer World comics and then just put their favorite celebs or characters into the pictures instead, but it wasn't that uncommon for people to pop on over to Photoshop and drum up their own original stories too. A Softer World style is similar to that of a haiku poem. With only a handful of words, the writer can illustrate an array of emotions. It wasn't just the text that helped convey these stories, of course. The photography also helped immensely. And while the photographs in A Softer World didn't explicitly show what the text was saying, the photos usually complemented said text and really helped paint the picture that the author envisioned. Here's a couple examples that I pulled off of the A Softer World's website. Maybe I would be better off without you, but let's be honest, not drastically better off. I used to think that if I killed myself, I'd make it awesome, with balloons and cake and a hired clown. But really, it'd be awesome enough just stopping. Yeah, they all have such a different theme, but some of them are really dark. I ordered a baby to show off at my high school reunion. Everyone was so jealous. Then I broke its leg and sent it back for a refund. I took a bottle of pills when I found the photographs of them together, but instead of dying, I pooped all over our bed, which is a funnier story in the long run. The day will come and we will ride men until their feet break, and we have enough glue for our homemade Christmas cards. Atomic war means no traffic in the mornings, no bills in the mail. I can stay in bed with you all day. So when it came to the remixes, really every fandom was getting in on it. You had stuff from anime, manga, K-pop, all the big shows at the time. I don't care how much metadata you spy on, because I don't know what that is. I wish being a good person could erase the bad things I've done. And you can see on the remixes, they've left a spot to put your own name so people can get back to your blog and figure out who made it. And I'm pretty sure that the authors really encouraged people to make their own remixes and probably enjoyed reading them. In which a boy falls in love with a boy. Here's a topical Silent Hill 2 one. On days like this, I would just disappear if it weren't for you and your love, like nails in my feet. Middle of the night, I smell coffee. I get all the way to the kitchen before I remember you're dead. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at it, but we are empty inside and hollow, hoping something small and sweet will make its nest in us. I actually remember creating a few of my own A Softer World comics, and I'm not proud of it. I don't remember what they said, but they were definitely giving I'm 14 and this is deep energy. I thought they were so cool though back in the day, and I loved the way they looked on my blog. I enjoyed the feelings that they could evoke in such a short amount of time. They could be depressing or creepy or just straight up silly. And while they were mostly used by fandoms to just shove headcanons into a super dramatic short story, they were very entertaining to read. I used to be a fanfiction writer myself on LiveJournal before AO3 took over, and I remember posting some like A Softer World comics before my fic. Likewise, I was reading a lot of comics that would have A Softer World formats, but they would, of course, use the fandom for whatever I was reading about. It was very prevalent during that time, and it just gave this nice, clean look to your blog. The comics are actually all archived on ASW's website and are available to read, and I believe you can also order prints of all of them, or most of them. I think some of the photographs have gotten lost over time, but they are all available on their website. And A Softer World has, well, a soft place in my heart, you could say. The very specific style of comic is instantly recognizable when replicated, and seeing it just brings me back to a particular time in my life. And while I no longer have the urge to endlessly edit my blog on Tumblr or post fanfiction to my dead LiveJournal account, I'll always appreciate the vibe those days had and A Softer World's contribution to that particular aesthetic. Hope you guys enjoyed this small look into one of the nooks and crannies of the internet that, I don't know, I remember it very vividly. I don't know if anyone else does, but I had a good time rereading a lot of A Softer World's comics on their website. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!